Welcome to the Half Done Hobbyist. My name's Simon, and as usual, I'm very happy you've joined me. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the new heavy intercessors, which are currently only available in Kill Team Pariah Nexus. I'll also be building the captain in Gravis Armour, who comes in the set, and I will be breaking down the sub-assemblies that I used for the entire squad. These minis were introduced in a live Warhammer event on the 12th of September. I really like the look of these guys, so it has been a long wait for me to get my hands on them, and now that I've got them, they don't disappoint. All the heavy intercessors are wearing Mark 10 Gravis Armour, which looks really cool, and they've got new armaments. They've got heavy bolt rifles, and you can have, for every 5 guys, you can have one heavy bolter. I know that gets a bit confusing. There's actually 6 gun choices for the squad, just with heavy bolters or heavy bolt rifles, so it really helps to be comfortable with the terminology of all these guns. For the build, the captain was very easy to build. All registration points are very deep, and there's no doubt as to how the parts fit together. The only sub-assembling I did with him was to leave his head off so that I can do my best paint job on it, and I also left his left shoulder off because it blocks a little bit of detail under his arm. But this isn't an issue because I dry fitted it and it all butts up perfectly, so it should be easy to undercoat, take the shoulder off, paint it, and then I can paint it along with the rest of the cloak afterwards, after I've got all the detail under the arm. Now, the surprising thing that I love the most about the Gravis Armour from a painting point of view is the backpacks. They butt up perfectly against the back of the Marine, so there's no gaps down the sides, so you can stick them on, you can glue them on straight away, and it won't affect your painting or how you get in behind the backpack at all with your paintbrush. It's a very small thing, but trust me, for me it's a big thing because I don't know how many backpacks I've lost in the past. For the heavy intercessors, all I did was leave the heads off and leave the arms off where it blocked the chest eagle, and that was it. Standard Space Marine technique really. Leaving the heads off is just personal preference because I want to do a good job on them and get all the line highlighting on them done properly. The Gravis hoods kind of block the back of the helmets a bit more than normal intercessor armour as well, so keep that in mind. The registration points were deep enough on the heavy intercessors that you could take the bolter, glue the arms in, and you knew it would be a perfect fit for slotting over the body, so you could do that as a sub-assembly without dry fitting or blue tacking or anything for sizing, so that was a benefit as well. The reason I mentioned so much about registration points is I recently tried to build the Psychomancer for the Necrons, and it was a blooming nightmare. There are no registration points. You're kind of holding bits in mid-air and trying to glue them and hoping that you've got them the right distance apart. I was going to do a video on the Psychomancer, but I mucked up the build so badly there was very little usable footage without me trawling through hours and hours and hours of build footage, so I've just left that one out at the moment. Don't get the Psychomancer mixed up with the Chronomancer, who's also in the Pariah Nexus box. I will be building him and doing a wee video on it. I'm going to talk a little bit about Posies now. It's one of my pet peeves for commanders and character models where they don't look like they're in a fight, they look like they're posing. And in this case with the Gravis captain, he's got his bolter cupped underneath, so he couldn't fire that thing if he wanted to, and he's got his hand on the pommel of a sword. It's the same with my Griff Oberwald miniature. I mean, it looks like he's setting off carrier pigeons instead of playing Blood Bowl, so not the best. My main thing about this is if you're in close combat, if you're playing a game, got your tabletop all set up really nicely, got your terrain painted, got all your armies painted, and then your commander comes up against someone and he's not even holding a weapon towards them, it just doesn't, it kind of breaks the immersion, and it doesn't look like they're actually in a fight. So I'd prefer a more attacking pose. As for the heavy intercessors, I've got no complaints at all really good Space Marine poses. There's lots of them sighting down the length of their guns. There's one where the guy's holding his bolter and he's slamming a new clip home. That to me is a lot better than the commander's pose because it still looks like he's in the action and he's doing stuff. So I'm happy with that one, not with the commander pose. Stat wise, these guys are very meaty over normal intercessors. They've got toughness 5 instead of 4, and they've got 3 wounds instead of 2. so it'll take quite a bit more to get these guys down. There are 3 varieties of heavy bolter and 3 varieties of heavy bolt rifle, so there's a lot of choice in the squad. All in, this is a very decent kit. There are a lot of options. I've got 6 Gravis heads and 2 unhelmeted heads left over. I've got various pouches, clips, reliquaries, purity seals. There's loads of them on the sprue, and I've not used them all, so I've still got loads left over to decorate other minis and just go in the bits box. My wish for this is it was a proper Devastator squad where you had all the other heavy weapons as well, like a rocket launcher, maybe a plasma cannon, an assault cannon would be cool. I know there's a variety of bolt rifles in here, but I'm not a fan of the lack of different types of weapons. It's mainly from a looks perspective, it's not from a gameplay perspective, which I don't know as much as I could about because I've not played the game in ages. I just wish that we got some more cool looking weapons and some more options in the codex as well, I suppose. So that's it for my little introduction to the Heavy Intercessors. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.